All right, ladies and gents. Wow, it has been a bit since I've officially casted Titans League, and we have Silver League here. So if you haven't heard what Silver League is, it's a knockout bracket that's going on right now, leading up towards the holidays. And it's 4 rounds, and it determines the 9 players that will be filling spots in Gold League. Of course, the 8 players who got relegated out, but then unfortunately, Bruh, who will not be able to come back for Gold League. And this series, the first series, it has Hoang, and everybody's been telling me they're rooting for Hoang. They want to see Hoang qualify. There are believers out there who say that Hoang can definitely play with different civilizations. He doesn't have to play with Celts. He doesn't have to play on Arabia. And then there's people who are like, yeah, you know what? Like, he's good, man. He's fun, but there's no way he can qualify. Now, I think this is going to be a close series. I also am excited that Hoang is playing on a map which is like the hardest to kill someone's TC on. Think about it. Normally, you want to have the hill and you want to hit downhill. Ravines, you're up on the hill. So, like, what on earth are you supposed to do? Like, your siege would be down here. This might be a game where Hoang can actually eat the TC. So, now, if you don't know MrPlanner, I forget exactly where he's from. And I apologize for not remembering the specifics of this player. But I know him. I know he's a solid player. Like, he's a 2K plus player. And 2K players can beat Hoang in a best of 3. 2K players can beat Hoang when Hoang can't play Celts and it's not Arabia every time. So, I didn't look at the Civ draft because we're just going to be going through a lot of different sets. But I imagine Celts was probably banned. So, we will find out. So, Hoang has gone for the Saracens. Which, I mean, when I think Saracens, I mean, their late game's good, but I normally think about using the market and going all in. Now we have Planner here who's gone for the Mongols, which is like an incredible civilization to have on this map because you have so much hunt up on the hill. So we'll find out. But yeah, so we'll be doing a lot of best of 3. So in the event that you see this as an individual game on YouTube, we'll have the full series in the video description, and we're basically going to be resuming how things work for the extras channel that I have on YouTube. There will still probably be like some gameplay or like farming sim or some extra content on extras. But now that TTL is back in business, we're going to have a lot of extra sets heading to extras. So make sure you subscribe to extras on YouTube if you want all that YouTube content. Anyways, another thing to mention is that the official second season will have a different map pool. But this is technically Silver's first season. None of these players got to play on these maps, so we're doing the exact same settings for this as we did the first season. Yeah, nothing too exciting happening right now, to be honest. The map has outposts if you didn't already see that, so it's pretty easy to know if your opponent's going to be aggressive. And it's not a fast castle map, really. I've seen a lot of feudal age strategies, so I could see MrPlanner going for scouts, possibly. I think that makes the most sense with all the food that he's just brought in. And yeah, he's not even going to leave until he pushes in all of his Rudolphs here. You can't really tell it's Rudolph because we're looking at the other end, but you could see, like, yeah, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer getting pushed in. All right, so Planner clicks up. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. You know, typically you don't need Loom with Mongols this early because attacks are not going to come in. You're far apart from the enemy on this map too. So I've seen a lot of players, not even with Mongols, but it is common with Mongols and other civs who can be up fast, to delay Loom until you're in feudal. That's a nice little safe play, a safe way to play it. And even more deer being pushed in here. This is like potentially an issue for Hoang, right? Like you talk about the draft in regards to Hoang and Hoang liking Celts, but I wonder what he banned on his draft. Obviously, you only had one banned, so you can't do too much. The thing I will say about Planner is he went for double lumber camp. It's not bad. It's good for efficiency, but with Mongols going up this fast, it's very rare to see that. Typically, you're seeing one lumber camp, so you can actually afford the stable right away. But he realizes that. He's trying to adapt and get a little bit more wood here. What's Hoang doing? Hoang's going up 20 pop. Okay, so this kind of feels like scouts from him as well. I'm not entirely sure. Hoang does have Loom, and I think MrPlanner might be tempted to attack a Ville, but he should not do so. He actually could get trapped in here. Every other player would trap that scout. Okay. Gotta play safe here. And, ooh, see, this, in my opinion, shouldn't be a Vil kill, because I think you're going to see villagers pulled by Hoang. I don't know if it's worth it here to lose your scout. And this is the Tourney nerves, right? I mean, that is maybe a villager that you might try and pick in a ranked game as well. But more scouts on the way for Planner, but he's going to lose this one. Very well played from Hoang. And definitely slightly questionable decision here from Planner. Just didn't seem to know that that was coming. And that, as I experience, you know, the more I play tourneys, just comes down to sometimes that, like, oh, I gotta kill fast. You know, that feeling, that intensity that's rushing through your veins. Wonder if Hoang's gonna feel that. Like, look at Hoang's barracks, man. Hoang's base. I have no clue what his plan is, by the way. I have no clue. His barracks is super late. He's got walls down to his wood line. He's got so many vills in queue at the moment. And the biggest thing he's going to want access to is his gold here, right? So, it's like he's trying it. Scouts have looped around. Let's see if Hoang can make some action happen here. It looks like he's just going to add spearmen, and he's not going to do much else. Oh, we have a blacksmith already from blue. That's an interesting choice there. He sees all the vills on gold. Now you start to freak out against Hoang, because you're like, oh my god, like, I haven't done any damage yet. And you know Hoang's reputation. So you gotta at least get a Vil pick here. And Blue's gonna do that. Very nice job. That's one Vil down for Hoang. Hoang hasn't left his base yet. And Hoang's gonna go to stone as well. So he's like kind of making archers, kind of making spearmen. The market is cheap with the Saracens. Oh, this is painful. Because they don't show up as idle Vils. I'm hoping Hoang will realize that, because that's two villagers that are essentially idle right now. There goes Hoang, by the way, to go find his opponent. And doesn't seem like there's any holes here. And blue is now adding a market as well. Honestly, pretty smart against Hoang. It's a common thing you see players do, because you know he's going to try and rush Castle Age. So you want to try and beat him there. And even though the Saracens have the better market prices and whatnot, it does still sometimes feel like it's a good play to use your own market. And there goes Hoang's scout. He's looking for that town center that we think he's going to eat. And I got to turn the market events back on. There you go. All right. Saracens can do some crazy things. Hoang has one on food right now. We know he's obsessed with the market. So he sells tons of stone, buys his food, and look at his resources now. He's going to move forward as well with, like, archers and spearmen. And this is going to be awkward for blue to deal with. Here, Hoang is going to lose his scout. Blue still has not clicked up. He's idling his town center right now, but that could be intentional. And, oh, man, the feeling blue must have right now is just like, ah! You must be so scared, man. I can relate. He's getting loom now. I guess that's why Hoang had attacked, and he's going to pull off the berries. But he doesn't actually have stone. Like, it's just like such a tiny little attack. But due to the fear that you have playing up against Hoang, that was very nice archer pick. You just don't know exactly what to do or what he's going to send your way all the time. You think you do. And there's still some palisades that haven't been hit yet. The spearmen just walk through it. But if you take the spearmen out, you can kill the archers. So Hoang knows that. Hoang's going to be patient. Both players on the way to Castle Age. I'm just waiting for the villagers, man. Is Hoang actually going to try and eat the TC here? Like, by the way the Civ and map draft works here, and I think there's still a weak Vil here. Hey, he's going to run home. The way the draft works is you ban, pick, and then it's back and forth bans until there's one map remaining. Which means Hoang had the opportunity to ban ravines on that wave of bans before the end. Because, you know, the only map that's remaining will be played. So clearly Hoang likes something about this, or he straight up didn't even know about it. Hoang's still over here and with one on food. And we're going to have archer ranges dropped by blue. And Hoang's got a lot of time here to kill villagers, man. Oh, man, blue needs to wall this up. He's doing a good job of tracking this right now. So I think Planner's played pretty well. Hoang has made it very difficult to do damage. It doesn't seem like he's got any holes. It seems like he knows when Hoang's showing up. Cav archers also seem like a realistic option for him. I'm trying to see. Yeah, that's hit. And for Hoang, he's not sending any villagers forward. He's just going to go archers and try and win the game with crossbow. Okay. Cav archers take time to mass. That crossbow timing could be insane here. You have no stone to be able to make a tower. I think you need a siege workshop. I think the first thing you need is a siege workshop. And the archers break down buildings faster with the Saracens. MrPlanner could die. Oh, man, this is so bad. This is so bad. Stress. The spearmen are blocking the house foundation. What do you do here? I think you got to fight with vills and use the CA. And if you're Hoang, you actually don't take the vills. You take the cav archers. If you take the cav archers, you're always going to get the vills later. It's actually the correct move from blue. As sloppy as it looks, you have to play this way at this point. Try and pull back if you can. But you see how Hoang can't focus down the CA now? It's never pretty, but Hoang doesn't really make villagers consistently anyways. That's what you got to be thinking in the back of your mind. So Planner actually does the right thing there. He does not have bloodlines, which is always a tough thing. And he was pulled off of gold there, which is always going to be awkward too. And Hoang's now adding archery range number 3. Still 0 farms for Hoang. And cav archers do fire faster for the Mongols. But with no bloodlines, there's not a big HP difference between the cav archers and also the crossbowmen. I think what Planner needs is to pick off reinforcements or to get after this. Like, he's trying his best. He's trying to micro... He's microing away, but he's not really, like, microing down the units too well. Good micro all around. Hoang's going to try and meet up this group with the rest. Blue's, like, waiting for it. He knows. Okay, they trade a unit for unit there. Hoang's still getting some good kills, and it's just... Blue has struggled to produce the cav archers because cav archers are so costly. And Hoang's doing a good job, but it's not over yet as he loses that. And now the mobility of the cav archers are paying off. Now we have 5 cav archers versus 4 crossbows, which is like deja vu. And we have a university for MrPlanner as well. And keep in mind, his economy is better. That's a really nice volley from him. Oh, and now he didn't exactly focus fire how he would have wanted to, but he's going to get the clear up. All right, MrPlanner. Oh, God, there's 4 more crossbows. This is never ending, man. This is a never ending cycle. It's just going to be like 5 units versus 5 units for the rest of the game, apparently. I mean, it should be easier for Hoang to produce because he is the Saracen market and because he hasn't been off of resources. And now it's starting to snowball again. So, you know, it's the caster's job to talk about, you know, what could have been done differently. And I really feel like the big thing for Blue here, as he's a little desperate, like this knight might not accomplish too much. The big thing for him is always going to be going for that siege workshop. I don't mind the cav archer play, but if the siege workshop would have been here, 1 or 2 scorpions, and this push would have never done anything. You could tell he's actually thinking, I've got to push into elite skirm now. And he doesn't have that upgrade yet either. So the panic's in. He's now housed as well. Oh, God, he's falling apart here, guys. And this is Hoang's opportunity to take the win. And sure, he's got no farms, but Hoang has played it really well so far. He actually is farming. Elite skirmisher costs the resources you'd want to have siege with, so it's like you need wood and you need gold for that. And again, the knight's just like so desperate, and MrPlanner's falling apart. He loses this area, he loses his gold. He doesn't want that. Oh gosh. Oh, man. MrPlanner's struggling, man. Here's the Scorpion, but the Scorpion's better when there's lower amounts of crossbows. I'm surprised Hoang doesn't have ballistics yet. But he's microing like a boss regardless. He's dodging the Scorpion fires really well, but now he respects Scorpions more than anyone in the world. So he's going to back away. Other players, I think, would drop a town center here if they're in Hoang's position. You've got nice army lead. Your opponent just kind of invested a lot to defend it. I'll be curious to see. There's the stone, and Hoang's going to drop a town center. He still has no eco upgrades. So, you know, in the long run, that could be a concern. Let's actually check resources collected. You can see there's just not enough food and wood. But, yeah, Hoang is doing what felt right in the moment. And now he's catching up with his eco upgrades as well. He's going to get his wood upgrade. still has the potential to do damage on the other side and forcing blue to switch back and forth. That said, blue's going to have 7 skirms, and that's decent against 14 crossbows. Does also have the scorpions. The Hoang, if he would have ballistics here, would probably be moving in with more confidence. But he'll be happy with these trades. 27 kills, 27 deaths. I hope everyone's enjoying this game. This is a really good game. Can Hoang play Standard Age of Empires? Are the rumors true? Okay, blue now, again, you know, talking about sensing things. He's got so many different things he could do. He has a university, so he could go for ballistics. Kind of feels like he needs a second town center as well. Hoang's eco is really flying now, though. The TCs are good. And he's got an important siege workshop up in the middle. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Because blue wants to chase this army down, and now blue can't get anywhere near that. Oh, it's going to be so tough for Planner now. That siege workshop timing was crucial here. If he was 30 seconds late, might have been denied. And Hoang loves the siege. I don't know if he'll get to ETC here. He might just end up getting such a big eco lead that that's not really a talking point for us. But Planner's not happy. And Planner with the dodge. Very well played, actually. He could stay in the minimum range of the mango. He's almost too close now. Hoang's got another one on the way, which is going to make things interesting. Maybe the knight could come out. Planner needs to send the knight. Oh, man, the potential's there. Okay, he sees it. He sees it. He's staying within the minimum range. This is so good. Hoang might have to debate about hopping out with the other one now. He might not want to do that. He could lose it. Hoang doesn't get the shot off. And yeah, now the knights can stick next to the siege workshop and the skirmishers can chase the crossbows. Again, very well played from Planner. And now the siege is kind of useless there. That was sick. Okay. Another siege workshop for Hoang. And remember, this is a guy who's normally applying all the pressure. So I imagine for him, he's really concerned and he knows he needs to keep the siege alive as we have ballistics now for Planner. And now the cav archers can run right into Hoang's eco and Hoang is kind of falling apart here. Very impressed with how Planner has played this. Great job from him. He's producing cav archers. He's producing skirms. He produced the knights. He's sitting on the gold here. Ballistics will be at any moment, which means all these units are going to go down unless... Does Planner notice this? What? Planner's a god. Let's go. He's playing super well. You know, a small thing would be you want your other knight on the siege workshop. It's like... There's 10 different things he wants to do right now, and that's just not in his mind. Hoang deleted his siege workshop so he could get his siege back over here. Look at this economy, man. Oh, Hoang is falling apart, man. It's become a normal game, guys. It's become a normal Age of Empires game. Hoang's 400, 300 elo higher than this guy. And this player's really giving Hoang a run for his money, and we might be close to the GG moment, actually. The knights can come in for the siege here. The cav archers can mop up more villagers then. Hoang doesn't have any siege at home. He could try and hop out here now because he's got 2 mangonels. But he's just falling apart. And Hoang, in round 2... Remember, you'd have to win 4 rounds to be able to make it into gold. He's looking bad here in game 1. It's a great game, though. Like, I really felt like Planner was going to crack under the pressure, but... Now he's playing this perfectly. Like, the value that his skirmishers got in this game are insane. These 4 skirmishers contributed to 14 kills. Hoang sells 1,000 resources so he can get elite skirm, and then he queues up skirms. Oh, Hoang, we love you, bro. Oh, I missed the siege here. T90 blind, I'm sorry. It doesn't look like he did much, and Hoang calls the GG. You know, remember that point in this game where I said most players would drop the town center? I said most players would drop the town center, but I think if you have Hoang dropping town centers, if Hoang falls back into a boom, I know the YouTube comments and people out there are going to tell me otherwise. Yes, Hoang can boom, blah, blah, blah. Sure. But I really think that's a pro for MrPlanner, right? Hoang wasn't able to do as much damage, started to boom, and then, like, it felt like he had the position, but that one move there from Planner was huge. The 2 knights coming out in the skirms, that's what changed this game. You don't often see moments like that change games so crazily, but Hoang, he cracked pretty quickly once the pressure extended over to his base. And that's game 1, okay? I don't know where my little Thing is, okay, I don't know. Oh, hide score. I'm stupid. Yeah, so MrPlanner wins the first game. Now, we'll see what happens in the second game, which will likely be on Hoang's home map. But if I had to guess, I would say Hoang doesn't get to play Arabia at all in this series. Hoang will have to win 2 straight now to have a chance. If you're curious about the eco, by the way, Hoang collected more resources, but he just didn't have food, man. It was just all the market play from Saracens. And the Golden Stone can come in pretty quick, but obviously at this point did feel like he was behind and dead. All right, ladies and gents, welcome, welcome, welcome. We have Hoang looking for redemption, both figuratively and literally, possibly, because he is playing as the Aztecs, where you expect a lot of monks in most cases. But if you saw the first game, we had Mongols from MrPlanner, and he almost crumbled, man. It was really dicey, but he ended up getting the victory. And now he finds ourselves on a very open map. This is probably as close as you get to Arabia in the whole map pool. So maybe Hoang's going to be comfortable here. Hoang is playing as the Aztecs. Planner's playing as the Berbers. So Planner probably wants to do similar to the previous game and get into a lot of stable units. Going for the knights. Going for camels in most cases. We shouldn't see any camels here. And then potentially camel archers is what the Berbers are known for. Apart from that, I think the big thing here is really going to be mobility, right? Aztecs have some crazy potential, but they're a little bit slower, right? So like scouts in feudal age, there's opportunities there for the Berbers. And then, yes, Aztecs can get that deadly combination of monks and pikemen and eagles. But if it's not in your face, if it's not killing you right away, the knights could always avoid that possibly and run into Hoang's economy. I think Hoang is going to go for like this crazy smothering pressure of random AI units. Like, I think we're going to see militia. Like potentially a drush, but I think like Hoang's going to go man-at-arms. And then I think we're going to see like eagles and skirms. I think it's going to be man-at-arms, eagles, skirms. It's going to be 3 types of units, spearmen too. All types of things just mixed in. Because I played Hoang before when he's playing as the Aztecs. And what he'll do is he'll just like flood a bunch of random crap. It's not actually random. It's good army production from him. And Aztecs are known for that anyways. And then once he has you and you're like trying to make all this army to defend from it, then he just lays on his market and goes up to Castle Age for eagles. But yeah, Hoang on ladder at least has been playing with different civilizations recently. So it's possible that he's been trying to get used to... it's possible he's just enjoying the game like a lot of other high-level players do, playing random Civ Arabia. But it's also very possible that he wanted to get a little bit more experience. So, anyways, once again, thanks for watching, guys. What do you think's going to happen here? You think Hoang rebounds? I don't know what the final map would be. If he has a good opening, Berbers can really struggle here for sure. I just don't know if Hoang is going to have that opening. He hasn't taken his Rhino yet. Which, it's not the biggest deal. It is there. He can always take it. But you normally want that Rhino because it comes in faster than the sheep. I forget what Hoang's bracket looked like, but I think I had originally predicted Hoang would get to the 3rd round. And then he would lose there. Actually, Overtaken is in his bracket, right? I don't want to like ruin people's hype about this particular group, but Overtaken's going to smack everybody, dude. Overtaken's going to destroy, and he's going to go right to gold, and he's going to be competitive there too. He's an amazing player. And if you remember, the only reason Overtaken was relegated out of gold in the first season was because he was in the group of death that had Sito, Sebastian, Kingston, and Daniel. So he was 5th, but it was like 5th by losing 1 additional game with players like that who, at least in the case of Sito and Kingston, they're going to be in platinum this year. And then you have Daniel and you have Sebastian still in gold. So, Builder, I did already play, and spoiler alert, I lost. So, I figured since people are already talking about it, I lost my series today, 2-0. I lost to, and I'm not even kidding, Fast Castle Organ Guns on Golden Swamp. That's right. All in organs something I never would have prepared for or thought possible. And then in the second game, I lost to all-in triple castle, fast stimp with Turks. I had like a 60 vil lead, but just like lost everything to bombard cannons and janissaries, so it was painful. It was painful. You know, it's disappointing because I just like really want more tourney experience, and I really want to play more in tourneys because that's the only thing that makes you better in tourneys is playing tourneys. And so I'm disappointed that I didn't get to at least play another round or two. But yeah, it is what it is, right? I got outplayed, and he had some wacky strats, and it worked on me. Best of threes, anything can happen. All right. Planner hasn't left his base yet. Hoang's just now leaving his base. He's gone off fast here, hasn't he? He's walling, too, and his barracks is late, so it's not going to be man-at-arms. Is he going to try a fast castle here? He's taking his rhino now. Okay. No eco upgrades. Market coming? We're going to see a market next. He's actually going to fast castle this on Serengeti. Ran right into his opponent's TC. Wait, his opponent's going FC as well. I love how it's gotten to this point. We're on this ridiculously open map. And Hoang's going for like a fake feudal into Castle Age, I think. And MrPlanner, he just goes FC. That's his plan anyways. It looks like fast castle to me. I don't know if he could pull it off that easily, but... Oh, Planner. Oh, this is huge. Oh, both scouts go down, but now Planner doesn't... He can't see what Hoang's doing. So now he just has to hope. He just has to hope that Hoang doesn't have archers or something. If Hoang opened archers here, like, it would be insanely successful. I like how Planner's playing it, though. He's a good planner. He's just like, well, walls are wasted time against Hoang because he's probably going to Castle Age, so let's not even do that. Will you be casting the next event in Germany? I will not. No, I was invited, but really rushed time frame right around the holidays. I'd have to travel more than I have for other events in the past, and in the dead of winter, so lots of reasons why I'm not able to make it. Obviously, I want to be casting any Age of Empires event, but there's other things to take priority in my life these days, and traveling all that way for just 3 days would just be pretty ridiculous for me. So I hope people have a good time, though. All right, so we've got stable opening for Planner. And they're actually up at, like, the same time. Which, again, to me is just, like, it's so funny and so crazy. And look at Hoang. He goes to more gold. He's going to go E-Gold Monk, probably. And I think it still favors the Aztec player because they don't need a lot of food, whereas the Knight player needs food. And then, like, Aztecs have the crazy monks as well, which I think Hoang is going to focus on. So... we'll see. Hoang obviously needs this win or he's out. There's the Scout Edition. Imagine if Planner would have kept his original Scout alive. He probably would have made another one anyways. Hoang with the tiny walls here. He probably would have made another one because you want to have 2 Scouts if you think there's going to be monks out there. But just look at the army count now and look what it's about to be. Double barracks producing. These units get upgraded. Or I shouldn't say upgraded. They can be upgraded in Castle. But they get 7 base attacks starting in Castle, which is like a free little bonus. Oh, God. Don't lose your Scout again. Oh, he's trapped in here. Hoang, trap him. Okay. There's the Eagle. Planner wants to add another stable, and Hoang right next to his face is going to go for the monastery. Meanwhile, this Scout, man, this Scout could have been so useful. I don't think he knows how he got in here, but he's clicked out now, so there was a hole. Oh, boy. Hoang sees the stable. He's like, oh, perfect. I'll just convert your knights. The important thing here for Hoang is wait for the monks to actually arrive. And Planner's coming home now, and it's the insane Aztec production. It's how cheap Eagles can be. It's how good it is to just toss a bunch of villagers onto gold for Hoang in general. There's his food eco. Yeah, this specific moment is not necessarily what you want if you're Hoang. You really don't want to be losing eagle numbers, but he's just got so many of them. And Planner needs to make sure he keeps the scout alive so he doesn't lose a knight to a conversion. I think Hoang will pop out. I think he's got enough of a buffer where he'll try it. Villager goes down. And Hoang pops out. And if he converts a knight, this could be the beginning of the end. Scout doesn't get the kill. The knight went down as well, so... Oh, now a knight gets converted. Oh, this is a problem. Like, yeah, Berber knights are cheap, but it's so much more expensive to make knights. And it's so much easier to convert knights than it is to convert eagles. So they're both just going for their main unit with monks. Aztecs have the better monks. I think Hoang's in a perfect spot right now. Also, what's up, High Max? I think, you know, the thing about Hoang is, like, if you don't scout it, you could be in big trouble. And the thing about monks is it's always just going to get worse for you if you don't kill those monks. Another conversion. Oh my god, no. Oh, Planner, no. This might be game over already. Hoang has enough knights right now to just send them to the eco, and then everything else protects the monks. He's going to dive underneath the TC just to kill these things. But yeah, it's one army versus 14. We're not even at 20 minutes yet. Hoang's like, get out of here. Let's go to the next game. And Planner's not finished yet. He's going to drop a second town center to try and survive. I mean, that's probably the play. Don't ask me how Hoang gets fast conversions, by the way. I don't know how he does that. Every time I go for conversion, I never get it. But we're going to see the counterattack from Planner. Smart move. Because the main fight's just not going to cut it. And this town center kind of blocks Hoang from heading over towards that gold. So there's actually still potential here. But you've got to, like, be real sneaky with scouts to snipe monks. And the counterattack has to kill quite a few vills. This is obviously the weakness of Hoang. This is one of the best ways you can beat Hoang. Is stabilize at home with some town centers and then get into his eco. And oh boy, Hoang. He also doesn't create a lot of villagers in most cases too, so you're always thinking, like, does he actually have eco? All right, Huang's going to lose a few vills. And actually, I have to go back here because it's actually perfect from Planner to try this. So at the same moment, he knows Huang's going to be distracted, so he says, this is my time. And he goes in to kill the monks. Now, he only killed one of them, but that's precisely what you should want to try against Hoang. But Huang still got just so many eagles. Now I could see Hoang adding the siege. Like, now if Huang still had a villager forward, I could see him doing that. Maybe he buys the stone and drops a town center next. But remember, that kind of happened in the first game. The knights going for kills here because there's no monks at home. And Planner, suddenly, like, he doesn't have to worry about this army as much. And there's also only 2 monks. Okay, knights try and break in. That said, there's just so many eagles here, and the eagles will be able to push away 2 knights. Again, Planner's doing a great job. He's now going to run into the wood line again, but Hoang has already left the wood line. And here we need a reaction from Planner. I'm sure he's looking at his units right now, so he doesn't react to that right away. I think we're going to see Hoang get redemption and start to convert the stables. I feel like that's the next move for him. Planner finds his gold miners, though. Planner heading over this way, too. If Planner could just get rid of those monks. Oh, that'd be so strong. 4-2 eco KD. 16-10 total KD. Vil counts even. Hoang needs a killer move here. He needs siege push. He's going to get sanctity. Where did his... I thought he had more gold. I don't know. Planner's doing a great job. Hoang's tracking him, though. And this is just not the type of game you normally see in a tournament. Oh my god, he converts so fast, man! And he's always ready to convert as well. Oh, monks into the TC fire, maybe? Oh, the knight that switched sides dies. Oh boy, here comes another villager. Couple villagers to build monastery. These knights are getting chased away. Hoang has 6 monks, man. You can't engage against that main fight. I think the only thing you do right now, Planner, is just counterattack with all your knights. Wait for Hoang to eat your TC. You have to counterattack with everything, I think. That's the only way. And then you still have to somehow find a way to kill this before it kills you. But that's later use problem. He's going to have quite a few knights. I think he might try and engage against the monks when they start to convert the stables here. And this is where the game might finish. We have Sanctity and Redemption. So that not only means that monks have more HP in general, but then with 2 monk techs in total, you're able to... you get more HP as the Aztecs. And, oh, God. Yeah, you have to engage, right? You have to. You can't just give Hoang stables. But Hoang could switch his conversions off the stables and onto your units, too. He pops out here. Hoang switched conversions. He got knights out of it. These knights are attacking. I just keep regrouping here. Look at the bottom left. Look at the HP. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow, dude. Hoang has so many knights. And he's so good with monks, man. He's so good with monks. He's so good with Aztecs. Right now, Hoang has 8 knights. And his opponent has 4. And Huang's economy isn't awful either. Like, he's been creating villas more consistently than Blue has. He's now got the siege workshop as well. He could always just convert the stables. He still has monks. This should be Huang's game from here. Very well played. And you kind of like start converting the buildings, which starts the charge, many people call it, on the monks. And you can switch your target, meaning it's easier to get a fast conversion. I'm not seeing anything from Blue. We're going to stay on his perspective. Huang's perspective, that is. Hoang, make his Zlata warrior. He converted his stable. Come on. Make a Zlata warrior to tell this guy to get out of your game. What better way to say I've won this game than make one? I'm a little disappointed. But he doesn't really have the food for it, to be fair. Lots of Wololo sounds. Bloodlines being researched in another stable, I imagine. Don't get HP upgrades. You're just going to give all that HP to Hoang, man. So Hoang has 2 stables now. Oh, man. He's not going to eat them because they're his. He has all these monks just waiting at home for a counterattack, by the way, if you're wondering why all of his monks are not there on the front. And I mean, Planner still has the same amount of villagers, but I think it's even too late to make light cap. Like, your opponent's got so many knights. Also, a mistake that Planner made was he went for armor. It's common for people to research armor on knights before anything else, but doing that against monks is not very helpful. I would have preferred to see the forging upgrade. All right, Huang's going to repair his ram like the AI he is. He's going to use the eagles against the monks. There go the villagers. This is a tournament game. Huang's just going to repair the ram. And he's ready to convert any knights that pop out. Blah! And he made a Zlata warrior. He did it. TC may or may not be eaten here, but this is over, man. Here comes the counterattack. Let's see how long it takes. Okay, well, I'm going to say let's see how long it takes for Hoang to convert, but that game ends. Most created unit for Hoang. I'm really sad this doesn't say knights, but it was 23 eagles. Yeah, man, I mean, it's so tough to get the timing down when up against Aztecs. I think the key here for Planner would have been scouting it and using the original scout and the scout he made in early feudal to at least make sure the monk production starts from the back, or pick off the Vil, or like pick off the early monks. Hoang's conversions were really good this game, and we had a double fast castle because they understand each other so well. But Hoang's still alive here, guys. We've got one more game. This is the final one to decide who moves on to the next round. And I can guarantee you, like, whoever is going to face the winner of this is rooting for MrPlanner right now. No one wants to play up against Hoang, so let's find out. All right, we are here. Game number 3. Hoang's got Lithuanians? Okay. Well, we have Fortified Clearing. Fortified Clearing, you've got stone walls on the front. And then you've got the open back side. There's different versions of this map. The version we used in TTL is all centered around different areas of the map. So while you can push the middle, we obviously have the opportunity to push the sides. When I think civilizations that are good on this map, I think Turks, Burgundians, Bohemians, and then maybe like Britons. But I've never heard or seen Lithuanians, actually. And it kind of makes sense in some ways to go Lithuanians, because Lithuanians have the faster working monasteries, and Lithuanians get extra attack on their cavalry per relic. Now, that is capped out at 4, but there's 9 relics on this map, so there's a greater chance that you could get 4 relics on this map than maybe others. All of that said, however, if I had to guess what Hoang is going to do, I think he's going to go in the middle, and I think he's going to go all in monks. He played the previous game like that. And I mean, if that happens, Planner's got a forward gold as well. Like, that could be a real problem for Planner. Obviously, he could expand over here or over here, which is an area that he will likely scout. So we'll see. I've never seen Hoang play this map before. And this one is going to feel more out of his element than any of the ones that we've seen so far. Now, he's played Arena before. That's not new to him. But you have to imagine that he's going to play this very Arena style with monks. Otherwise, I think if he booms, like... I think if it's just a boomy game, Halb, hand cannons, and Hufnitsa just destroy. Unless it gets really late, because Lithuanians have like really good trash when the gold runs out. So we'll find out. Anyways, Hoang's going to get a boar. Sometimes the boars can generate over here. And he's going to bring in some food. By the way, we haven't announced the map pool for the second season yet. But what I will tell you guys is that I absolutely loved Fortified Clearing. And I'm not the only one that gives input and makes decisions, but I think it was so good and produced so many good games that I think bringing this version back would be really good for the second season. We're going to bring back about 5 maps and then rotate 5 or 6 new ones in. So that's kind of the plan. Let's see, does Planner know his other boars over here? Yeah, he knows the boars there, and he's made some houses here. But I'll tell you what, man. He's going to be thinking, like, what on earth is Hoang going to do here? Because Hoang doesn't normally do this. Or sorry, no one normally goes for Lithuanians here. He's really got to get this boar in. And there he goes with that. But yeah, like... God, dude, just the anxiety of having to play up against this guy. Especially with the tourney anxiety you have, too. I guess, like, the benefit is... I think there's a real beauty in being the underdog, right? So, like, when I'm the underdog, for example, I play so much better. Because I just figure, well, if I lose, I'm up against a better player. They have a better situation, blah, blah, blah. So I guess there is that for Planner. Hoang is still the favorite. I think Hoang would be the underdog if he were to win this against Nahuel in a best of 5. Which is apparently who he would play if he makes it there. But we'll see. See, you know, back to the Lithuanian things with relics. Like, yeah, you've got relics. But that means if you're committing to the relics heavily, your economy's not going to be great. And then even if your economy is great, you're showing what you're going to prioritize as a unit, right? You're going to go for Paladin line, or you're going to go for the latest. And Bohemians have Halberdier that do additional bonus damage. I think even if you get the relics, I think just like full Halb with cannons still gives Lithuanians a big problem. But I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure. And clearly it's going to be fast castle from both. Lithuanians could actually go Castle Age a little bit faster because of the additional plus 150 food at the start. Also, hello, Hopper. And Hoang's going to run to the middle right now. But yeah, I truly feel like 2 monastery, full monk siege push from Hoang could make a lot of sense here. Because Bohemians don't normally go for stables. If it was Burgundians, I think it's way worse for Hoang. Because Burgundians can go into the light cap play, or like Turks. But look at the paranoia from Planner. Whoa, dude. Okay, I mean, he could have walled this way, but he doesn't want to leave his villas exposed. Barracks now for Hoang as well. Hoang hasn't taken any gold yet. I'm a little confused. Did Hoang forget to go to gold, or is this an intentional part of his build? Okay, now he's going to gold. Okay, this is just Hoang things, man. It's like not a great build order. Okay. Happy Sunday, everyone. How have the games been so far? Well, I mean, this series has been awesome. Game 1 was awesome. Game 2 was awesome. Game 3 is looking to be awesome as well. Now, Planner's going to see this barracks. And again, you really start to think about it. You're like, why would he have a barracks? And then you wouldn't get this insight on Arena. Fortified Clearing gives you the possibility to scout these things. Hoang's now in feudal. He's bringing his scout back because he knows his opponent's scout is over there and he's feudal first. Remember, he killed his opponent's scout in the previous game going monks. That did make a difference, so let's see if he could chase that down. Blue needs to keep running. I think Blue's going to be feudal by the time he's caught, but it's going to be close. Obviously, there's hills, too. Okay, Blacksmith for Hoang. And then Market. It's actually not looking too bad, truthfully. Stable. What? Okay. I was wrong on my call out with the monks, at least all-in monks. And then over here, I think we're going to see stable Blacksmith as well. So we are actually going to see scouts, presumably. And then Market. But man, like the way Blue has built up his base and the way Hoang has built up his base, they are really going to push center. Like there's no easy way to boom in this base unless you delete crucial buildings at this point. Dang. No, this isn't Hoang's first tourney. The first tourney Hoang ever played in was a qualifier for Hidden Cup 3. And he was like... He lost against Doubt, I remember. We like hyped it up big time. And then Hoang just... He got rolled, but also I think he had internet issues too. And honestly, he wasn't as good as he is today, so... But yeah, this is... He doesn't sign up for a lot of events. He has played in other events other than that. But he doesn't do it on a regular basis. Like, I think he had a... I remember he had a crazy set against Licks and one of the King of the Deserts. Like a year and a half ago, 2 years maybe. So he does play from time to time. Okay, so stable. This is interesting. No villagers heading to the middle for Hoang right now. Okay, so Hoang's got a total of 5 farms with Horse Collar. His opponent's got a total of 7 farms with Horse Collar. Shouldn't make that big of a difference. And we have Spearman going to the middle from both players and a just passing moment here, but Hoang sees it and Planner sees it, and boom! This is so important because you don't need HP against monks. And Hoang runs away. So they both scouted the outer ring considerably here. Like, Blue has seen 2 relics on this side. Actually doesn't see that gold, which is kind of unfortunate. And Hoang doesn't see many of the relics, but he sees the gold positions on the right. And there's Huang's monastery. Okay, so the moment of truth, right? How much eco is Hoang really going to have? How much commitment is he going to have to monks? Spearman v. Spearman. Even that could make a difference. I think Planner will be tempted to give that little smack so he wins the fight. Hoang might do the same, actually. Does the Spearman see the monastery? It does. Yep, here comes the smack I was talking about. You give it a little boop. That's fine. Then you just run away. It doesn't even make a difference. And now you're in a better spot than Hoang. Really good play from him. Still has a scout out here, though. Like, we'll see what direction his monks go. But it almost seems like he wants to send the monks to the outer ring. I don't know. I would prefer to have all my scouts in the middle. Unless there's a reason not to. That Spearman needs to be deleted. You don't want to give Hoang a Spearman. And I'm very surprised he hasn't deleted it. And very surprised he's made so many Spearmen, actually. As that conversion comes in instantly. So now it's even worse. Okay. And they balance their eco with the conversions and everything else. The scouts here. Oh, the micro. That's very good micro. Oh my goodness. Monk dead. That was very well played from Planner. There's 9 relics on this map. You gotta stop donating Spearmen here. I think Planner's falling apart. So the big thing about Spearmen is that they don't do any bonus damage or any real damage at all against monks. So you want to have them far away from the monks. But now, there's all these Spearmen involved with the scouts, so... Hoang's got to be happy with that. We have the second town center for Planner. We have a second town center for Hoang. So this game might go late. Where, again, I think I favor Planner's civilization, but if Hoang has full middle control of this map, it could be insane for him. And his monk control has been really good so far. And that monk's going to go back. Scout's going to run forward to try and pick off the monk. The spearmen were pulled out of position. And how does Hoang get these conversions? Like, I'm actually tilted. He did lose a lot of scouts, though. So I will tell you, I do know how monks work. So that monk had started a conversion on one of the other spearmen. And it shifted conversions, but it never had lost its charge, we call it. And so he was able to switch it. That's why it came in so fast. And now he's going to get the same thing. Oh, my goodness gracious. Yep, same thing because he had been converting that spearman for so long. Okay, 2 TCs for Hoang. He's not producing out of the second one yet. Planner's also not producing out of any of his TCs, actually. And how many conversions is this? Hoang has so many conversions, man. I think Hoang is the big advantage in this game right now. Hoang needs to get this relic. And then I think he needs to plan to get the relics on the sides, possibly. Planner's actually going to get some relics on the side right now, too. Another spearman converted. What is that, like 8? How many conversions? Where is that stat? Conversions. 6 conversions. This is an amazing opportunity, though, for both players to go for atonement. Like, we've got atonement right now for Planner to convert enemy monks. And yet, Hoang's doing the same. This is going to get real crazy here in a second. We also could see a really crazy swing with the conversions because of this one monk. He could convert one monk, and then that monk could convert another monk, and then the next monk could convert another monk, and then it could just be monk, 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 monk. I think you might want to delete it. What? Bro, how does he do this? Hold on a second. Was that still... Did he still have conversions charging on other things? Yeah, he did, man. That mechanic with monks is crazy. He just had it started on something else and just switched it over, and his monk has now switched back. Well, Planner's making a lot more monks. He needs to keep them in his monastery so Hoang can't snipe the Hoang can't snipe them easily. I gotta love how this villager's like, let me out, let me out. Conversion. Okay, there you go. That's really good. Nice shot from Planner. Planner does not have the villager lead. Planner will be tied with Hoang on relics, assuming Hoang sees this one. And Hoang doesn't see that one, which is why he's not going for it. And Huang's also not making more monks, as we have the third town center here. But Huang's already on 3 TCs. And Huang's banking a lot of resources, so it almost feels like he wants to drop a castle forward and go for a really fast Imperial Age here. Another monk coming this way for Planner. Yeah, so Planner's definitely thinking long-term here, but oh my goodness, what a game it is, guys. Hoang, sell your wood because you know you love it. You don't like farms. Deep down inside, you don't like farms. We all know this, okay? Sell your wood, buy a little bit of food, and click up. I guess he doesn't have his building yet. Oh, he's got to be careful. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Huang's converting so many monks. I saw a bunch of blue dead bodies out there. Those must have been conversions, though, from him. Okay. Huang's got to be careful here with wherever he wants to place his castle. There's his market. Oh, he hasn't even had a market yet. Okay. There he goes. What's his plan, though? I mean, obviously, Trebs. Oh, man. If Redemption was in right now for Planner, crazy things could happen. He could convert all this anyways. Fervor now, which helps the villagers, too. He's gonna drop a castle. How aggressive does he place it? I think you want it to be aggressive, but you obviously don't want it denied either. Okay, he's gonna place it there. Oh my god. Planner, I hope you can convert, bro. I hope you can convert. Game 3. Tournament life on the line. Blue's ready. He's only got 6 monks here, though. And he doesn't have any more on the way. How's he handle this? He's getting loom. This is where I'm using the market to go imp would be really smart as well. And he's going to try his best to, like, stop this, but also convert the monks. And then he's going to have to deal with the scouts. And it's just, like, not a fun situation to be in. He does the right thing to go for the monks, but now these monks are moving around for different things. And the scouts could run in. And Planner's like, oh, God. Oh, God. We did not plan for this. And the castle goes up for Hoang. And Hoang converts a monk there. All the relics are right underneath this. You got to move these relics now. You need to pop the relics out. And you need to move it back. And you need to get imp fast here, Planner. Or Hoang's going to take you down. Blue has more vills. Like 61 vills. Is not that crazy. It's not like it's an overboom. But Hoang is just like the order of events here has been really interesting. Okay, just drop off the 6th one. Yep, okay. Well, Planner hasn't clicked up yet. He didn't have his other buildings yet. He still has to click up to imp. He might not be able to make it. He has to click with the back one. There he goes. Okay. Hoang will go Trebs. And that's pretty much it. And you can tell Blue now is like, yeah, we got to move these relics back. Good job. Honestly, I mean, it's really important. You don't want Hoang to get those. And just take those to the back as he's going to add barracks now. So even if you have more vills right now, guys, it's really hard for your economy to feel like it because of all the pressure. But he is getting chemistry. And if he has a siege workshop, he could make bombard cannons instantly and imp. And Hoang doesn't have anything else. Hoang's probably praying right now and hoping that that's the imp TC for his opponent. Chemistry will be completed. And Hoang, if he sees that castle, he should be going for it. And yeah, he's going to go. This is so good from Hoang. He needs more trebs, though. He doesn't actually have a lot on gold at home. Like, he needs more on gold right now. I don't think Blue's going to be able to save this castle. And there's so much eco that's exposed. So forget about making anything other than just like gold army. Like I should say no food composition is going to be realistic for Blue. So the barracks kind of useless at the moment. Oh, man, Hoang has only 2 relics. He doesn't even know about this one, guys. He hasn't even seemed to be bothered about the sides. He only has 2 trebs as well. The fact that he's not currently trebbing down this castle from Blue is crazy to me. Been a little slow with this Hoang, which could give Blue time. Does Blue have a siege workshop? Oh, he didn't have a siege workshop right away. Ah! But he's going to make a treb. But he has no stone, so he can't repair his castle for very long. Ah, this is crazy. And the latest and the scouts, I mean, it all could work together against the monks. Yo, this is insane. Can Blue see any stone? Could see that, but he's probably focused on this. He definitely has to repair his castle. Oh, man. Also, getting pop capped right now could be deadly. This is so much pressure from Hoang. Can Hoang do this? Will he move on to the next round? That castle's a goner for Blue. I think if he has 2 trebs and a bombard cannon, it's manageable. But if he doesn't get the second treb, I don't know if he has enough. He would need to have more bombard cannons in this. Hoang's got such a great forward position here. He's just taking all the gold, man. Look, he's taking this gold too. 32 on gold. Love to see Hoang. Oh, he has to be careful, actually. He just donated some monks. Lightcav has come in. Pikeman's come in. Lots of monks went down for Hoang. And now the bombard cannon needs to pull back. This is an important cannon here for Blue. Oh! Get it! Get it, Hoang! The latest! If he had more relics, he would get it! He doesn't have the relics! No way, dude! The bombard cannon survives? Ah! What's happening? The bombard cannon survives. How? Somehow. I mean, how do you micro here when you've got the castle, though? Surely you're going to fail at some point. The monks need to help out. The bombard cannon goes down. Blue does have more on the way. Blue, though, has way fewer villagers than Hoang, and it's just no real economy. Like, how can you add your farming eco and everything else under this pressure? That was intense. He's housed. And Hoang's slowly creeping in. And now I think it's reached a point now where Hoang is floating enough resources where he can go for actual units to win this game. He's pushed the Bohemian player back. Blue's done a very good job, don't get me wrong. But Hoang needs to prep an actual army. Something more than just a couple units. and he needs to dive and take a good fight. It looks like he's committed to Latus right now. No bloodlines, no armor, no attack. Unupgraded Latus against Bohemian, soon-to-be Halbs. But, you know, for blue, it was just the cannon number, and he's going to work on that. And the Treb's actually been doing a good job. Maybe we aren't finished yet. Somehow this Treb's still standing. Okay. Okay, Treb goes down, but will Hoang lose his Trebs? Blue has to be ready here to micro this thing. And actually, the way Hoang is firing with his Trebs makes it so much harder for blue because they're all firing at different times. They're not volleying at the same time. And now blue's got 2 more cannons. Hoang's getting redemption now. He's had block printing, so now he can convert enemy cannons. Oh god, but his Trebs. But again, doesn't it feel like if Hoang were to loop around to the side, if Hoang were to just run back here, like, it feels like Hoang is just moments away from being able to finish this. Blue's not really prioritizing army numbers. He's prioritized the upgrades, but that might not be worth it at this stage. And oh my god, his conversions are so fast! And Hoang gets 2 bombard cannon conversions, and now there's 2 more for blue. I don't know what he does. I don't know if it's like he's got something in his PC. I don't know if it's just coincidence. But every time I play Hoang and every time I watch Hoang, it just really feels like his conversions are 10 times faster than anyone else's. And I'm waiting for him, man. I'm waiting for him to finish it off. Can Hoang do this? The pressure's on, man. And monks could obviously convert monks still for both players, so they're both going to work on that. And the monk war, if Hoang will win. Hoang will always win. Hoang always gets the conversion. No, he doesn't. But he gets a cannon. Still waiting for Hoang to pop out with Latus. He's giving his opponent time to add more Halbs. Hoang is making monks, but he's kind of making them desperately right now. He's even sending more Vils forward. Yeah, you need... It's so annoying if you're blue, though. You need your own monks to convert these monks. Like, that's the counter to it. You can't go light cav. Light cav, you don't have the eco for. Finally, Hoang's not getting lucky. No, never mind. He got the conversion. Oh, and like, if you had Trebs, as Hoang now has his own cannon to work with, if you had Trebuchets, what a difference it'd make, right? Because the monks can't convert Trebs in the same way. Oh, no, 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 no! 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 Ooh, okay. Oh my god, this is so intense, man! Hoang loses the cannon that he converted now. Is he ever going to produce out of his ranges? Okay, now he's going to make hand cannons, which is a great choice. Oh my god. Hoang with monks is just a different animal, man. He's so insane. There's still, though, his conversions are so fast. I think right now, if Hoang engages, he wins this game. I know he doesn't have upgrades on the latest, but the longer he holds this, the better it is for him long term. I think he just needs to, now that he's got hand cannons too, he just needs to take the fight. And he doesn't have to worry about how efficient the trade is. He's going to clear up everything. And you clear up everything, you take this game, and you move on to your... Sadly for Planner, who won the first game, guys. With a nifty play, Hoang not only showing that he doesn't have to play Kelton Arabia, but showing his comeback potential. Not easy to do in a best of 3 when the pressure's on. The whole bombard cannon group is probably going to go to Hoang's side in a second. Yep, okay, 2 more cannons converted. I mean, at what point does blue just straight up run out of gold to make cannons? Now, Hoang could be taking the engagement right now. I know it's Bohemian Halves, but you've got 13 base attack here. And it's good micro from Hoang as he pulled them back to the hand cannons. Was going to convert the final bombard cannons. And Hoang does it, guys. Hoang in a tournament. Is he the real deal? Wow. What a crazy game. I mean, honestly, I think, like, if you look back at this, if you're MrPlanner, I think the big thing that you really struggled with here was with a game plan for the middle. Because he made the stable, but he didn't make many scouts in this game. We didn't see light cap from either player. That was a possibility. And he donated so many spearmen to Hoang. Like, the conversions later on in the game, obviously, were a bit unfortunate at times for Planner and just really well played from Hoang. But I think allowing Hoang to be able to take the middle so freely is why Hoang eventually went for the strat that he did. There's just certain matchups where you can't let the person push you an early imp, because if they push you an early imp, it stops you from getting to your position and your main composition, which, as I said, I think is better for the Bohemians. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Hoang took the middle, and then Hoang knew exactly what to do with it. It was a really good game, though. So Hoang will move on. He's got another round, and then if he wins that, which should be highly contested, can't wait to cast that best of 5, then he'd have to play another best of 5 as well. So the bracket's pretty crazy. Just doing my best to cover as much as silver as possible. And yeah, I mean, even this was really close this game. Hoang converted 24 units, but I think like 10 of those were bomber cannons. Crazy. I think without the like if he had a civilization that didn't have good monks, he would die every time. Can Hoang play with a civ that doesn't have good monks? I don't know if I've ever seen it. Well, actually, Celts have awful monks. Okay, never mind. Just forget what I just said. Anyways, hope people enjoyed this. This will probably hit the extras channel on YouTube. So leave a comment there if you're enjoying it. Help the algorithm or whatever. I know it's extra content, but still means a lot. And we're going to move on to casting some more sets from silver here and see who else is doing well, what else is happening.